Welcome to the very first episode of Off Script, and it's hosted by me, yours truly, Alex the Rebel. I know what you're thinking. Finally, I get to see that beautiful face on a video. I've heard that voice that would just soothe my soul every time I heard it, but finally, I get to put a face to it. I hope I don't scare some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna quiet taste, but it's all good. Anyways, you know me, no chit chatty. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Today, I want to talk about tradition, especially movie traditions that I like to do with my family. So it's October. I don't know if you're looking outside. Depending where you are, the leaves are turning. Depending where you are, it's still hot and it feels like summer. So it doesn't matter. The calendar says it's October, and when it's October 1st, I'm like, when Mariah Carey on October 31st, she goes, "It's time," and it's for the Christmas holiday. Why do that for the holidays? When October 1st goes over, it's like it's time for the holidays. That's right. And one of my favorite traditions is watching movies. That's right. I love watching holiday movies. You see, tradition is a big thing for me. I'm big on nostalgia. I love that kind of stuff. One of my earliest remembrance of tradition that I absolutely love and I still hold very dear to my heart is when we were young, we would bring out that awesome Christmas tree. And I said bring out because my mom couldn't allergic, so we couldn't do the live tree. But it's all good because you know what? You have control of when you can bring out the tree when it's your own. Anyway, what she would do is we would bring that tree, and I remember from very early on this album, Kenny G Miracles. And don't hate. Kenny G's Christmas albums are bangers, bro. They do something to me. Like, they uplift my spirit of the holidays. But, anyways, we started doing that. And I remember that was very early on, just listening to the album and doing Christmas decorations. And then when I got married, I brought that tradition into my family where the very first album, when we put up the tree, is Kenny G Miracle. And we've been doing that for years. And why do I do that? Well, now it really does hold way more special because my mom had passed and it's very dear to me, but it's just something that connects me to that feeling of being with my mom, being in those moments where it just you just remembering the good beautiful thing. And that's what I think tradition does. Tradition, it ties in, connects with your family, connects with what you remember about the holiday. It connects with anything that any tradition you have. You guys understand how it connects. And I love that memory with my mom in doing the Christmas tree. And the funny thing is that she started that tradition, my mom, with us, doing the Christmas tree. And if you ask my wife or my brother's wife, we're very picky. It got to the point that even my mom had to step back, and me and my brother took over the Christmas tree decoration. It was a great time, and we love it. We're like the Christmas tree we do is perfect for us. Like we have a theme. I'm very particular with the tree, but it's one of my favorite things to do, and it's doing it with that song and that record is it just brings joy to my heart. So I pray that me doing these kinds of things does the same thing with my kids, and I'm very intentional with trying to create memories. I'm trying to create these good memories because, as we all know, life is hard. Life is crazy, but there's these moments right in life that you remember and you can spark a memory. And a lot of that traditions in memory that connect, man. So when you hear a song or you watch a movie, right, or you do something like that, it just takes you back to when you were a kid or you were parents, and it brings joy. So that's the whole point of all that I'm doing. So one of the big things, like I said, is movies. Movies is a huge, huge thing that I do, and it's because I just resonate. It takes me out, right? Like I go into this world and I just enjoy it. I live in it for that 2 hours or whatever, and I'm in it. It just brings so much good memories, right? So one of the traditions that I we do is starting on October 1st, we start with the Halloween movie tradition, right? So remember, I'm not gonna say we have a Christmas and Halloween list. I do on Letterboxd. Not that we watch every movie, because I've shown it to people and they're like, "Man, you watch all the movies." I wish I had all of those days free every day in October, so I could watch every single Halloween movie, then every day in December, so I could watch all the Christmas movies. But that's not realistic. So you have to kind of have a plan, right? So what we do is we have a tier list basically. So in Halloween, there's these must watch, right? And this is what we're gonna watch. And if we get to the other ones, awesome. And that's kind of what we do Christmas too. But what I do with Christmas is because there's not a lot of Thanksgiving movies. And on November 1st, I am like Mariah Carey. You know, when October 31st switches to November 1st, I'm singing with her, and I'm just excited to hear the "It's time." I can't do it because that she goes really high pitched there, but I just start watching little by little, bringing in the Christmas music and the Christmas movies. Watching starting November 1st, because there's a lot of movies, and I know a lot of people. There's some people I know that don't like watching a lot of movies. They're like, man, I'm only gonna watch like one Christmas Carol, and I get it. That's okay, you know, and that's fine. Or I don't want to watch that movie every single year, right? Well, for me, there's again a tier list where there's movies I really want to watch every single year, and then there's versions of it where it's like, oh, last year, like for instance, A Christmas Carol, perfect example. I love the Muppets, Christmas Carol, right? And then there's something like Scrooge, for instance, right, where it's a version of A Christmas Carol. It's not Christmas Carol, but it's a version of it, right? So I don't mind watching two kinds of movies like that. And I don't even mind watching if I watch Christmas Carol, Muppets Christmas Carol, and then the 1984 Christmas. I don't care. Like if there's time and we're doing it, I'm down for it, right? That's the thing. Like we're creating these memories and it's connecting. Like my kids, bro, trust me, they don't they're just like me. They're like, oh, we can't watch that until Christmas. Like for instance, I have December movies. Like there's movies that of Christmas I'm not gonna watch in November. They're December Christmas movies because those are the more special ones to me, right? And my kids already know that. So this tradition thing is working. It's either working in the traditional sense of like they love December because they're looking forward to that, or they're becoming very like this is what dad likes to do in December and the tradition, and maybe even that is still a memory of theirs, right? It's just creating these fun times, creating these moments that because especially in the holidays, it's so hectic, right? So many things to do, so many people to see, so many. It just is chaotic sometimes. And it's to me just sitting down and watching a movie with some popcorn, hot chocolate. That just kind of settles in, right? And when it's Thanksgiving, right? Like we talk about how amazing it is, how grateful we are to God, how grateful we are to be here in America, how grateful we are to be alive. Like it reminds us of what it is. And people who get upset at me because they start November 1st, I'm like, dude, look, Thanksgiving is inside of the Christmas holiday, and it makes a lot of sense for me, right? You can be thankful because Jesus is coming in December. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say. So the point is, it's still all inclusive, right? It's all there and it's all beautiful. So, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example of what we do every single year and it never changes. And they know what's going to happen on Halloween. We watch It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. On Thanksgiving, we watch uh Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. On Christmas Day, we watch a Charlie Brown Christmas, right? Like those are little things like that where it's like they know. Like I love those movies. Those are my some of my favorite movies. And they know that we're gonna watch that. And I'm so looking forward to like I gotta rock. Like legit makes me laugh, bro. Like I love that. Like my kids love that. My wife loves that. Like these are things we love to do together. And you don't have to do movies, right? Like I think every family is its own. We love to play board games. We love to watch TV. We love to go out, especially like in Christmas time. We love to go sightseeing, go drive by and see the beautiful house with the lights. Like there's a lot of different kinds of traditions, and they don't have to be with movies. But again, being intentional is what I think is key here. Like I'm intentionally trying to create something memorable, something that connects them to me, to something I love, and hopefully they love too, and that they can continue that tradition with their family. Like as fathers, we try to imprint good things. Like we're trying, at least me, I'm always trying to make sure I think future, and I'm thinking how are my kids gonna think about me, right? Like, are they gonna think about me on my bad days, like the things that I've done bad, or are they gonna think about me in the good ways? And look, the way I do it, I'm a human too, so I remember both, right? I remember the good and the bad, right? But when I think about the good, it really does bring something joyful, right? And it's something that I could thank God for. Like, thank you, God, for these good memories. Like, these are good moments that I had in my family. These are good things that I share with them. And it brings legit joy to my heart. So I hope that, so far my kids seem to be like me in the sense that they love movies and they love a lot of the same stuff I do. So I think this will resonate with them, and they're gonna be like nerds as well. Like we have the whole birthdays fiascos. Like me, my boys were big birthday guys. My wife, she's like, oh yeah, my birthday's coming. So so she has a lot to work with. Like I feel pray for her. But that's the thing. Like being intentional is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have a bond with my kids and with the things I love and that the things they love, and we're like we can bond over them, right? Like that's a beautiful thing that God has given us, like a beautiful gift that God has given us, that we can enjoy things. We can actually have a good time with certain things, right? And share that with your family, like bring your family into that so that you can enjoy it together. That's pretty bomb, dude. Like if you ask me, that's pretty dope. So I want to know, what are some of your favorite traditions that you had growing up and that you are in now implementing into your family, that you got from your family, and maybe with a little twist, you know what I'm saying? So let me know in the comments. Hit me up, Rebel out.